I have even more beef with YouTube, but I swear it's not my fault. If you've seen my last video, YouTube used me as a guinea pig and killed my channel, you'd know that the 3-minute shorts have absolutely screwed me over for various reasons. If you want to learn how and why, you can go watch this video, but the topic for today is completely different. To make sure that all my information was correct during my last video, I talked to YouTube support multiple times to double check information, but I caught them in a lie. A big part of why 3-minute shorts screwed over my channel is because they lied about the date in which it would be available. And then they lied about the date in which it would be rolled out to all creators. Now, I had a YouTube support ticket asking when 3-minute long shorts would be available to everybody. In the ticket, the support agent answered, "As per the announcement, it will be fully functional by the end of the month." And I was like, as per the announcement? That's so weird. So I went and I checked the post, and oh my God, they edited the announcement. They originally said that it would be available on October 15th. So when I opened this ticket on October 17th, I was super confused. Sometime between when I opened the ticket and when the launch was supposed to happen, they edited their article. I went over all of this in my last video, so I'm not gonna rehash everything because this video is about how long it took me to get a copy of my previous support ticket. I really wanted to make sure I had all my information correct and that I wasn't just misremembering. I also knew that I would need receipts for people to believe me and not think that I just read something wrong. But bro, the support ticket, dead ass, was being held behind 5 bars, 5 prison bars, 5 prisons, 5,000 soldiers. They would not let me through, bro. I really wanted this and it took fighting for me to get it. I don't know. This video is gonna illustrate how difficult it is to talk to YouTube support, even when it's for something simple like getting previous chat logs. I don't know if they were withholding this information from me because they realized that they lied in the chat logs, or if because it's general incompetence, but I had to share this with somebody because it deadass took me 2 hours to get these chat log conversations after I had already tried emailing them. I opened up this first support ticket with, oh yeah, right, my first support ticket. You'll see why there's more than one later. Anywho, I opened up my first support ticket with some information on my issue. I believe I just said I need to request a copy of my previous YouTube support ticket. Now, when I was on my email, raechit@gmail.com, it allowed me to open a ticket for various different reasons. We will need to keep this in mind for later. I was not limited to only opening a support ticket for certain categories. I could open a ticket for content creator problems, general issues, monetization issues, etc. This was like a YouTube creator type support ticket. So I asked for a copy of my previous conversation. I got connected with somebody named Sweet. Sweet said, "Hi, my name is Sweet. How are you doing today?" Also, these names are totally fake, right? Like, there's no way somebody's name is actually Sweet, and if so, they wouldn't use that on YouTube, right? They use fake names just to, I guess, protect identity so you don't get shot up if you're meaning a support ticket. I don't know. Anyways, I said, "I'm good. How are you?" They said, "That's good to hear. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking." And I just want to know also for these YouTube support tickets, if they send a message, even if it's something open-ended, they will not reply unless you reply. So if I didn't respond to "I'm doing well, thanks for asking," they literally just do not reply. And I learned this in my first support ticket because they say, "I'm doing well, thanks for asking." And you'd think that then they would go on to address your issue that you opened the ticket for, but then they just won't reply and they'll say, "Hello, are you there?" And it's like, bro, they basically require you to have small talk. Anyways, I said, I need to see my chat logs I had with the last support ticket. And they said, "Can you help me with the channel in question?" Now, please keep in mind that there is no channel. I was not looking for help for a YouTube channel. I was looking to get a previous log of my last support ticket. The last support ticket I opened was with my account, raechit@gmail.com. The support ticket was not tied to any YouTube channel, but it was tied to my email, raechit@gmail.com. I know this for a fact because in my previous ticket, when I asked for help, they said, "Oh, well, your YouTube channel isn't tied to raechit@gmail.com, and this is the Google account that you're currently using. So if you want to talk about this channel specifically, you'll have to switch accounts." And I was like, that's fine. I don't really need help for the channel specifically. I just want to know in general, when are 3-minute shorts going to be available? So I tried explaining this to the YouTube support person, and they didn't really help at all. They said, "Thanks for the information. To help you better with this concern, I'll go ahead and check this matter further on my end. Is it okay if I place this chat on hold for 3 to 5 minutes while I look into this?" I said, "Yes, thank you." Then Sweet asked, "But before I do that, do you have the case ID number that you contacted earlier?" I said, said, I don't. Is it sent to me via email when the ticket is opened? If so, the email would be sent from who? I asked this because I went to my Gmail and I typed in YouTube support, YT support, and no results showed up. I looked this up before because I wanted to see if I had the logs automatically, because usually when you close or open a support ticket, they will email it to you. Maybe not the full logs, but they'll at least say, I hope we're able to help you today. Here is the case number. Anyways, I did not have that. They asked me to please stay connected after I asked them what email the support ticket logs would be sent from, or what email would have sent the case ID. I find it a little concerning that they didn't know this right off the bat, but hey, I'm lenient. I understand. Maybe they just had to look something up. But then they said, thank you for being patient so far. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. And I'm not gonna lie, it took them 7 minutes to respond, and then they still didn't help. They simply did not tell me which email I need to search for in my personal Gmail account. I said, that's okay. Any update? Sweet said, it doesn't appear the Google account you're signed into is linked to the YouTube channel you want to discuss. To protect the security of our partners, we can only provide support to authorized channels and administrators. And then they told me how to add my current Gmail as an administrator. And I was so confused because, hey man, I'm not asking about my channel. I'm not asking about any channel. I'm asking for the YouTube logs connected to raechit@gmail.com. And we will see why this is annoying later. I said, this is why I didn't want to send the channel link. The channel link is irrelevant to my request. My request is to see my previous support ticket on this email. And then they just sent me more instructions. And then they said, thanks a lot for your cooperation. Is there anything else? And I was so confused because I didn't understand how adding raechit@gmail.com as a channel manager to a completely unrelated channel was going to let me get my ticket logs to raechit@gmail.com. It would make sense if I was on raechit@gmail.com trying to get access to a different email's logs, but I'm not. I'm only trying to get the chat logs for this specific email. Literally, in the previous logs, they said I am not on the Google account for my YouTube channel. So if this ticket isn't tied to my YouTube channel, why would this new ticket be tied to it either? So this is where I started recording because it already took me about 20 minutes to get to where I am at this point. I sent a little cringe emoji and I said, this email is a channel manager. I did so after adding it as a channel manager to the account that they said was relevant, even though it wasn't relevant. Sweet then said, on which channel? I then sent a screenshot and sent a link to the channel. I said, please check again, and then I watched a Sea Dog VA video.
All of us missed, and it was thanks to VTuber technology getting so much better and more accessible.
They asked, when did you add the email address as a manager? I said, after you instructed me to. Sweet said, keep in mind before replying that it can take up to 1 day to authorize a new channel manager before we can discuss account details. You contact us again using the email address since you already addressed it as manager. So I opened a new tab. I went to the same contact page as before, okay? This is the same contact us page, but it's just on a different account. This is the account that is linked to my YouTube channel. And for some reason, it would only let me open a YouTube support ticket about memberships or one-time purchases. When I opened a support ticket on raechit@gmail.com, it let me open a ticket about monetization, memberships, one-time purchases, but also it let me open a ticket about general help, support, creator tools, partner tools, everything like that. It had every single category. But when I went to the email linked to my YouTube account, there's only 2 options. I was kind of stun locked and clicking around, and then I realized I wasn't going to get anywhere. So I messaged Sweet and I said, I cannot open a ticket. Then I sent a screenshot. I said, on the other email account, it only gives me these options. I then waited. Then they said, use this email address to contact us again. I was really trying to record this video because once I'm in the mood to record and do research and all that, it is really hard to strike that lightning in a bottle. It's like I need to act on it while I have the motivation. So I said, I need to retrieve these logs today. And this Sweet person was really trying to rush to close this ticket. Every single time they sent a message, they would say, thanks a lot for your understanding, or I hope this helped, see you later. Like they were trying to hurry up and close the ticket before my problem was actually solved. So they sent a message trying to close out a ticket, and then they said, I understand. They typed for a while. You can contact us again using the same email address or using the email address associated to the channel you want to discuss. Thanks a lot for your understanding and your your cooperation. And they literally just ignored the fact that I could not open a ticket. So I just sent the screenshots again. And I said, again, these are the only options that show up for me. It will not let me open a ticket regarding anything other than billing. This is not a billing issue. Sweet said, as long as it is authorized to the channel, you choose anything there and provide exact details about the issue when you reach the live representative, which I don't think is a sentence. I believe they were trying to tell me is that I can just choose any category and then tell the representative what's actually going on, and then I can get the help that I need. So I opened a ticket on the second email account. I opened a ticket using screenshots of the previous email, letting them know I apologize for opening a ticket in the wrong category, but I was literally instructed to do so by another team member. Ironically, when I tried opening a ticket, it only let me choose things that had to do with billing. It said, what product are you contacting us about? YouTube Premium, YouTube Music, YouTube TV, etc., etc. And I clicked other issues or questions about YouTube. Then it said, please use this form to submit questions or report issues about paid products or services on YouTube by selecting a different option. If you have general questions or issues, you can visit our forum or help channel, which I don't know why on one account I'm able to get help, and on one account they're literally like, go fuck yourself. Only if you're giving us money will we help you. Anyways, I sent them a screenshot showing that it literally will not let me open a ticket on the email account that is connected to my YouTube channel. I said, it won't let me. And they sent me a link, and I clicked on the link and I tried making one there, and it still didn't work. They said, here's a recap of the resolution provided earlier about your previous request logs. I understand your frustration, but please know that we have thoroughly investigated your request, and there is nothing more I can add. What do you mean? You instructed me to go open a support ticket on my other email, but I literally can't. I said, no, I'm actively showing you where I cannot open a support ticket. You can at least help me in that regard. And then I waited, and I waited. They said, as I mentioned, you can select anything in the contact us form. Once you reach our support team, that's the time that you can provide the exact information, how we can help you. Again, with the bad grammar. So I just randomly picked NFL Sunday ticket, coming in clutch. And then I clicked, I have a different issue. I described that a support agent literally instructed me to open a ticket in the wrong department. And then I opened my second YouTube support ticket. Meanwhile, Sweet is telling me to make sure that I'm signed into the primary account when I open the ticket, and the whole reason why I'm having issues actually opening the ticket is because I am on the primary account. But on the other tab, we have Bell S. Now, Bell S, oh boy, Bell S tried. That's better than Sweet. Bell S asked me, how are you doing today? I said, a bit frustrated. I'll be sending you some image to catch you up on the situation. So I sent screenshots of the instructions I was given from the previous support ticket. Of course, while I was taking screenshots, Sweet passive aggressively again said, thanks a lot for your understanding and your cooperation. Is there anything else aside from this? Obviously acknowledging that my issue was not resolved. I caught Bell up on the situation as best I can and told Sweet, I'm talking with a support agent on the other account and I need this ticket to remain open. Sweet said, I don't mean to rush, just checking if we are still connected? Question mark? Which, like, you're definitely rushing me. This whole time, Sweet was rushing me to try to close out this ticket. It's crazy. Bell said, thank you for the screenshots. I see here that you need help with the previous ticket, and it shows that here it is for the NFL Sunday ticket. Is that correct? And I didn't realize until literally just now that Bell probably thought I meant Sunday ticket, but I meant support ticket. Even though I did send screenshots of a support ticket, I'm assuming they just hadn't opened them yet. I said, the support agent, as shown in the screenshots, instructed me to select a support ticket category to get connected with the agent. This is not about the NFL Sunday ticket. Then Sweet said, I understand. Would it be helpful if I transfer your concern to our team supervisor who can take a second look? They will get back to you here in chat shortly. Please stay connected. I told her, okay, thank you, then went to my side hoe. My side hoe said, I see, thanks for confirming. Can you tell me more about your concern so that I can assist you properly? And I told them the same thing again. I need to retrieve the support logs of a past conversation I had with Google support. I feel like they just didn't read it. Bell then said, just to clarify, is the ticket was for the YouTube or YouTube TV subscription? I said, YouTube. She said, I see. Thank you for understanding. I was then connected with the supervisor, Alvin. Dun, dun, dun. This is Alvin. I'm a manager from the YouTube support team. Nice to meet you. He of course did the thing where he is literally doing small talk, but he won't reply or try to fix the problem until I respond to his small talk. But Alvin, I don't have time for you. I have Belle. So I go over to Belle, and Belle said, I would like you to know that we support all YouTube TV related inquiries. And for many other products, we have dedicated experts I can connect you with from YouTube who are more experienced with this particular product. I said, this isn't for a subscription or a billing issue, because I realized that they didn't actually review any of the screenshots that I sent them. I said, are you able to help with this, to Alvin? And then I go back over to Belle. Belle said, can you clarify the issue so that I can understand and help you with that? I said, I need to retrieve the support ticket logs of a past ticket I had with Google Support. The ticket was not about billing or any subscription. A different support agent directed me to open a ticket here. I asked Alvin, are you able to help with this? And he said, I know how important this is to you. I understand you want to follow up on a previous interaction. Let me check. Can I place you on hold for a few minutes while I look into your account? I said, not exactly a follow-up. I'd just like to see this chat history / logs of my last ticket I opened on this account. He said, I see. Then on Belle's end, she also said, I see. Thank you for confirming. Do you have any reference or case IDs that we can use to look into this further for you? Upon checking this account at gmail.com, I don't see any previous cases attached. Is it sent to me via email when the ticket is opened? If so, the email would be sent from who? Because this is the same thing. I wanted to search in my Gmail to see if I had any ticket logs from anybody. Belle said, upon checking the account, I don't see any previous cases attached. And this is where I lose my shit. But internally, because Belle hasn't done anything wrong. I know that I didn't have any previous tickets open with at gmail.com, but the previous support agent for some reason told me I had to open an email with the second email to get a log from the first email when they're literally not even connected. Is it sent to me via email when the ticket is open? If so, the email would be sent from who? Because she asked if I had any case IDs. Belle said, yes, it is sent to your email once you request a copy of that from that conversation before you end the conversation. And I didn't think that all this was going to be an issue. I didn't know that they were going to delay a month and a half actually giving people access to YouTube shorts that are 3 minutes. So I didn't request a conversation copy, but I will be from now on. I usually do that. I think I just forgot. Anyways, going back to Alvin, he literally said, let me check. Can I place you on hold for a few minutes while I look into your account? And I didn't reply because I'm talking to Belle like they told me to do. And then he got impatient and said, are you still there? After literally waiting for 4 minutes. So I said, yes. Alvin said, thanks. I'll be back. I'm so confused. Why didn't he just go to check during the time I wasn't replying? Why do they need confirmation? Is this something that corporate requires? It's actually so fucking frustrating. What the hell? Then Belle, after I have been talking to support for a total of 50 minutes, Belle is the first one to tell me that if I got any logs, it would be from the Google support team. So I copy and pasted it into my email and I didn't get anything. Belle said it will be sent from the email address you used when you contact us. And again, I didn't get anything. I checked 4 of my emails just in case. I said, I don't have any email from Google support team. Is there any other way to find the case number? Belle said, I'm afraid we don't have access to that information. And upon reviewing your account, I don't find any previous case numbers associated with it. And this was so frustrating, bro. I was like, man, if I was talking to Belle on raechit at gmail.com, then she would have checked my previous case numbers. But for some reason, on the account that actually has the previous ticket, they refused to tell me the case number, or they refused to give me the logs or anything. It was so frustrating. And Belle, man, I love Belle so much. But unfortunately, you know, she was the one that I had to talk to after they told me to open a support ticket for an email completely unrelated. I said, I wish I could contact you on my other email. The support agent there literally will not check my previous cases on my other email. I don't know why they forced me to open a ticket on here. Is there any way I could contact you specifically on my other email? Belle said, I understand. Can you provide me with the other email address so I can try to look for it? I then sent them my email address, raechit at gmail.com, and the case ID. Belle then says that she has to verify me over text message, and I said that's totally fine. I authenticated the account, she checked, and then she said, I don't see any previous cases attached also. I said, thank you for checking. Is this just for billing tickets or for all previous Google support tickets? And I asked this because Belle specifically is part of the Google support team for billing. Belle said we support all YouTube TV related inquiries, and this is where I was so depressed because that means she was only checking tickets that were related to YouTube TV. I said, I see. This ticket was not for YouTube TV. It was for a YouTube channel. Belle then said, we have dedicated experts I can connect you with from the YouTube team for that. I said, please do. Thank you so much. She said, you're welcome. Please stay connected. connected. And this is where I had an inkling of hope because Bell was able to cross-check after verifying my email. And I was so confused. Why couldn't they just verify my email for the other ticket? Why wouldn't they even check? They wouldn't even check previous case numbers. Then Alvin said, "Thanks for waiting. Do you have a case number, reference number of the previous interaction that you were referring to?" After making me wait for 10 minutes, he's just now asking for a case number. And so my theory is he went and he saw that I had probably 2 or 3 support tickets in the past, and he sees the case number on his end, but he wants me to provide him with a case number. If he read the previous chat logs, he would have seen that I do not have a case number, and that's the whole issue. I just need them to show me the last support ticket I opened, because I didn't open any support tickets between the one that I had with Alvin and the previous one that I had with YouTube support about the 3-minute shorts. Alvin said, "I understand. However, I've checked and we can see that the advice on your previous interactions are the same." Okay. So you can see the logs, right? Please keep this in mind. I said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, so you have access to the logs? Please provide me with access." On Bell's end, I was connected to a different supervisor on the second ticket called Oasis. I said, "I'm a bit frustrated, but doing okay. Hope you're doing well." And then Oasis reviewed my request. Alvin said, "The advice is that you need to be authorized in order to proceed." I said, "I understand. I need access to read the logs directly." Because I didn't need the advice that was within the chat logs itself. I needed screenshots of the chat logs so I could know the specific date that they told me that YouTube Shorts would be available to all creators. See, Oasis actually read my previous chat logs. Oasis said, "I see you're trying to retrieve ticket logs from a previous support ticket you had before." Alvin then told me, "Unfortunately, I am unable to provide the logs." I asked why, and he just didn't respond for a couple minutes. Alvin then said, "This is because you are still contacting us using an unregistered email address." And at this point, I'm like, what the I opened the support ticket with raechit@gmail.com. You just read the logs and saw that it was from raechit@gmail.com. I do not need to get logs for a YouTube channel. I am not trying to get logs for my second email. I am trying to get logs for the first email that I'm actively logged into. If I open a support ticket with email A, and then I open another support ticket trying to get logs from an email from email A, why does email B even need to be involved? And if so, I literally authorized myself in the other support ticket. I used my SMS verification and I added it as a channel manager. So what is the issue? Anyways, on the other ticket, Oasis asked me why I needed the ticket logs. And I couldn't really give her a reason because I didn't want to be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go shit on YouTube." So I just said, "I'm looking to get logs for a previous ticket on raechit@gmail.com. I said, "I don't believe the reason is entirely relevant, but I have to ask here as the logs weren't sent to my email." On Alva's end, he hit me with the, "We appreciate your patience and understanding. Is there anything else we can help you with?" I said, "I have a ticket open on the registered email address right now. Case ID, blah, 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 blah." I was hoping that maybe he would authorize me or this would do something. Oasis asked, "What specific logs are you referring to?" I said, "I opened a support ticket in September. This is on me. I was wrong. I opened the support ticket in October." But I said, "I opened the support ticket in September asking for information on 3-minute shorts. Or the agent said something, I need to have my personal records." Alvin then says, "Oh, you can try the other ticket if that option is available to you." I said, "The other email isn't relevant here, as when I open the ticket on the other account, I'm required to ask on this email." Because Oasis then tells me that she can't give me the ticket logs because I opened an email on email B instead of email A. I then sent out an SOS to Oasis. I was like, "Oasis, can you please, is there any way you can contact this customer support man?" Alvin says, "It appears that you have started a new chat. It shows here that you are contacting us from an unregistered email address." And this is where I was so confused because I literally checked. I checked so many times. I just made sure I was still logged in. I checked to make sure I was still logged in on the tab. I was logged in. So it's not like I had a ticket open as a guest. I had the ticket open on my raechit@gmail.com account. So I asked him, "What email address is unregistered?" In the meantime, I was talking to Oasis, trying to get things coming. Alvin said the email address they're using right now is not associated with the channel you've mentioned. And I said, "What is the name of the email?" Because raechit@gmail.com is associated with channel B. It's a manager, and also, again, I don't need to be on my second email to get logs from my first email. I sent a screenshot that I'm a manager. I asked him to check. Anyways, Anyways, this guy refused to say the name of the email that I was logged into. So I asked, why can't you tell me? And he just said, I understand the importance of this matter. I have relayed all information that we have at the moment. What I could do is continue this case via email so I can provide a summary of the points we've discussed. I'll send an email to raechit@gmail.com within 24 hours. And this is where I went Karen mode. If I wasn't before, this is where I went Karen. I said, you're ignoring my questions though. This is unacceptable, because it is. He was ignoring my questions. He wasn't explaining to me why I needed to get this unrelated email verified to get a support ticket. I sent all the screenshots of proof and I asked him to check again and he still didn't. Oasis was checking, and then literally I was in the middle of typing to Alvin and he did this wombo combo on me. It was crazy. He said, if you do not have any other questions, comments, or concerns, I will close this ticket now. And before I could even reply, he hit me with take care and stay safe. Bye for now. And as I was typing, he closed the ticket. I clicked send to email, and I swear I did that last time. But I'll be honest. I might have not, but I always save my ticket logs. I'm very big on that, especially as somebody that works in customer support. Anyway, so I had my requested conversation copy, and this is where I got a little annoyed, because when you request a conversation from Google, it does not come from Google support team. It comes from noreply@google.com, and the subject line is requested conversation copy. So the information I got earlier was also incorrect. I searched for requested conversation copy and I didn't have any from YouTube, so it didn't matter, but you know, it could have mattered. It could have. Now I go back to Oasis and she says, let me share some details I found here from your channel. As per checking, I apologize as we do not have a way to retrieve your conversation and the chat transcript back then. Oasis, I wanted to like you, but now you're just lying. We do not have a way to retrieve your conversation? I knew this was bullshit because the other agent told me he read the logs. And he was like, oh, I read the logs. It's nothing important. You don't need it. And now this other support agent is telling me that they don't have access to the logs at all. So I immediately called the support agent out. I said, the other support agent said he read and has access to the logs, and I needed to open a ticket here to get access to them. Oasis said, you are now sounding to the right account, right? I said, I'm frustrated as I keep being sent to do different things by different agents, and it's consistent. The account that opened the support ticket is raechit@gmail.com, not this account, but the agent told me to open one here. And Oasis said, I totally understand where you're coming from. I'm afraid we don't have any way to check the conversation and retrieve it for you. And again, like, that's just wrong. I said the previous agent refused to provide me with any case ID. He closed the chat before I could even respond. I was in the middle of asking for help and he ended the chat. And at this point, I'm just kind of like venting because I was just frustrated. And it wasn't like malicious venting, but like just letting Oasis know, like, Oasis, man, you're the only one that understands me. This guy literally just slams the door in my face. Oasis said, I'm sorry, I really wish I could do more to help you. And I asked, how can I see my past tickets or case numbers? And they said, you may check your emails from us in your inbox or spam folder. I said, what email would that message be from? Because I was just checking. And they said, you can try to search YouTube or YT. And like already I knew that wasn't true. Like I knew that it wasn't there. And also, brother, I would just want to mention the conversation copy I got before it does not have YT anywhere in the header or the subject line. It has YouTube in this really weird embed, but this doesn't show up when I search YouTube or YT in my email, so kind of useless. Anyways, all this happened and I was just so frustrated. I was so defeated and I feel bad because usually I'm not a Karen. I usually try to be as kind as possible. I try to be as understanding as possible, but holy I literally just felt like nobody was listening to me. They wanted me to open an email on email B to get logs from email A. And when I opened the ticket on email A, they told me to go to B and B told me to go to A. And then they told me they don't have access to the logs at all after telling me that they already read the logs. So it was just a lot. And this is how YouTube wasted 3 years of my life. You know, I meant to say 3 hours, but 3 years is probably pretty accurate too. Holy shit. How did I get the conversation copy at the end? Well, I kept making a big old stink about it in emails because I was really annoyed. And eventually they finally did send me the copy and it showed that they lied about the date that YouTube Shorts would be rolled out to all creators. And that is all that I needed. Anyways, guys, fuck me, dude. Big shout out to my members on raechit.com. Ryan Plissy. Oh, bro, every time I say this dude's name, I swear it's Ryan Plissy. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Star V2, Mr. Cheesequakes, Humanity's Grace, Heartless, Tanuki Mimi, Lifini, Calcitra, Clockwork Logic, Veristel, Databoy, Jai Azura, Wraith, Hish Henri, The Forewarned, Silver Ganya. Thank you so much for your support.